Evan. Want to take a moment here and re-record the first video I had for you here a couple of weeks ago here, and we kind of worked on two things here in the golf swing. Now, two things we did talk about here were kind of minor, but I think for the biggest part here for your golf swing, you got a very elementary golf swing. It's got a lot of fundamentals in the golf swing. But as we come down and we come through with it, one of the things we want to keep consistent with is try to make something that makes it easier for you to swing back and swing through and make it fun and enjoyable at the same time. Now, as we're going to put a second view on you here, kind of show you the same thing. So the first thing we talked about here was going to be your stance here. You got to get our feet aligned up to the target line where we're aiming to. So if our shoulders are aiming out this way, we got to get the feet aiming up that way. See where the hips are there. You got to get those hips aimed up there too. Then as you go to take the club back, what we want to make sure here is that as you take the club back and up, we want to try to shorten that swing up just a little bit so you become just a little more consistent with it. Now by that, what do I mean? Well, where we're going to stop here is just like when we talked over in the previous lesson. You know, when I talked yesterday about the short game, but for you, it's right about here is where I'd want you to stop your golf swing. You know, when you think about that, because what happens here, we get it here, and then we create almost what we call another lever, or we start to release the club early. So as you swing through right about there, you release the club because we can see the club forward bending as you come down and come through. So that's why one time you might see a little low shot, the next time we might see a high shot. But I definitely think, you know, by getting you in a little better position at the top, you know, especially when we look here, and I'm going to get Sean O'Hare here just to demonstrate it for you. Let me get Sean here. Give me 1 second here. Where are you at? There's Sean. Now, Sean decided he's going to play left-handed today, so we're going to flip him around there. So as he takes the club back, what I want to show you here, Evan, is that length of that swing. You can see as he takes it up to here, look at the difference. You know what? We'd probably stop you, just take you back, and probably let you get to about right there. When you take a look at both swings, you can see you're very similar to what Sean looks like there on the right-hand side. You know, we're not taking too long to where the hands kind of let them fall down on our shoulder. By letting them fall down on our shoulder, sometimes what happens because of that, we start to let the club come loose early and then release all your power. So you lose all your power because you let it go back too far rather than keeping it 9. And look at the difference here between you and Sean. And I'm going to bring Sean down closer to the ball here, and you can see same position where the club is. For you, you see how his club is still straight here. That means his body's turning through. Everything is turning through like you should, and that club's not whipping through as much. So, obviously, first things first, that's the hardest thing, but the first thing we're going to talk about when we get back to is going to be your stance. Now, let me pull you back up into there. Oh, look, you decided to play right-handed. But we'll switch you back to the left here just in this case here. So what we try to do is get a little more flex in knees, get you lined up a little bit better, and get you into a better position. So second, this is what we look like here. There we go. A little more angle in the back. You see here, this one you're standing up a little straighter. 2. Now look, you see how I laid down the railroad tracks for you. Now the shoulder, the feet, and the hips are all lined up to one another. And that's what we want to see. So we want to make sure that everything is lined up in a better position. And we can tell night-and-day differences between these two stances that we see on the right-hand side and what we see on the left-hand side. Now, as you take the club back here, next position, what we talked about here is just taking it up and taking that shorter swing down and through. Now, at first, it was a little bit interesting just to kind of see it, try to get that position, but you can see as you turn back, we're here compared to letting that club fall down. See the difference between the two? You're here and here. Then we swing down and we swing through. That was a good swing there on the left-hand side. Down through, got all the energy transfers through like we wanted to see. So what I would have you do is just almost feel like you're swinging up to 10 o'clock. So as you think about 10 o'clock, what we look at is the left shoulder, or the right shoulder pulls back, hits the chin, and initially the hand should point right up. So depending on what you look at, you can see either 2 o'clock or 10 o'clock, but we want to turn right up to that position and then swing back down. So good position here on the left-hand side, good position on the left-hand side, and into the stance that we want to see. So as we look at this here, it's just swinging up to 10, or first we look at our stance, we try to get in that better stance, better position over the ball, where everything's lined up here. Good stance here on the left, compared to where we're just standing, just almost like we're standing straight up to it here on the right-hand side. So as we get in a better position here, better position with the stance, 1, and then 2, we want to stop the swing just a little bit shorter from where we're at. We're at that 10 o'clock position here, then swing back down and through. If you have any questions here, by all means, again, have your mom give me a call. We'll just or even you guys stop by just for a minute or two. We'll get you